Okay, how are you doing? Just, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I need money. Let's just say this is your motivation, and this is a good motivation to have. Why not? Why not should you think that, oh, I need a lot of money in my life? Okay, so let's start with this line. I need a lot of money in my life. One of the data points that this particular need will touch is the type of content that is basically circulating around on the internet that also talks about money, wealth, materialism, amazing life, girls, partying, rich objects, this is so expensive, I live such a great life, jets, da. Second source is, let's just say you have a great mind, you have very great rapid problem solving skills, basically fluid intelligence. So the trajectory of your success is GREATT. I need to earn a lot of money, like the motivation, but it never was like, how much money do I need? Suddenly you enter this space where you have the opportunities. A lot of money is coming your way. And suddenly you enter a lifestyle where, let's just say, money is not a problem anymore. Now you can buy whatever you need. And what you can buy with money is an endless list of things. And this becomes then this dangerous place where you have completely forgotten when to stop, where to stop. So now we go back to the original line, which was, hey, how much money do I need to learn? Who is asking this question? You. Who are you? Let's just say it's unfigured out right now. It's not figured out. It's not discovered. But there is a consciousness. There is a concept called me, myself. Let's just take this concept and let's make a promise. Let's make a promise that you will never forgo. You will never make this person disappear from your life. This person, whoever it is that you speak with in your mind, whoever is making the shots in your life right now, whoever is going to decide which path to take, is going to be forever the president of your life. So always going to be the leader of your life. I think it's very, very important in life to never lose connection. And a lot of people do that. We then give our leadership to what? Materialism. We then give our leadership to what? Fun. Fun fucking drives this body then. Every morning I wake and I'm just like, okay, more pleasure. What can I fill myself with more and more so I can just satisfy this fun-seeking need? Now think about this. Every single motherfucker who talks about money actually ends up like, hey, you need to be financially free. They mention this term, but they never quantify it. It has been quantified in behavior economics and economics. Daniel Kahneman, who's a behavior economist and also a Nobel Prize winner psychologist, I think he did this research a few years ago, so maybe this number may need to slightly increase a little bit, but he ended up at 100K. 100K in American dollars a year is amount of money that you need, which will really impact your happiness and satisfaction. The more money you earn after 100K, it really does not do that much impact on your happiness anymore. Another economist who did this research came up with the number 150. In monthly terms, this is like $10,000 per month. How much money do I need to earn? Basically, that ensures that I remain my master. I remain the fucking master of my destiny, of my life, of my mental health, of my decisions, and at the same time I'm able to satisfy the requirements, needs and demands of the surroundings, as well as family, as well as of a good lifestyle. You need to sit and decide that right now. Because once you are on that path where you're doing well, there may come a time when because you haven't quantified this how much, you may enter a place of, let's just say you earn $10,000 and you may feel, oh, well, I'm looking around and there are a lot of people who are earning, let's just say in the same field, 15,000. So I don't have enough. Then you earn 15,000 and then you look at a lot of people who are earning, let's just say 25,000. And then you feel, oh, clearly I have not made great career choices. I don't have enough. Then you reach 25,000 and then you may feel, oh, wow, some people are earning 50,000. They're playing the game completely differently. They're making different moves. I need to re-educate myself, completely strategize and everything. Because when I sit next to them, well, they have all these objects. They have all these things that they own. Their cars are much better than mine. They're much more expensive. They live in a much bigger apartment. Their wives, for example, or their partners have much better objects, much better, things. Because essentially what we're talking about, we may name them, we may give them value, but what they are in real human sense are things, objects made of core materials that come from Earth. And obviously we recognize them, we perceive them differently because we've educated ourselves of a value. So I may look at something that is essentially made of plastic, but because I have educated myself on giving it value in a very different term, I'm going to call it by that name, and hence the value will be connected in my mind and I'll be reminded of how precious that fucking thing is. What it is basically plastic. But societal perceived value. So I may look at somebody, their partner, or yada, 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 or my partner may feel like, oh, well, this person or this person's partner had these many objects made of these many things. So the perceived value is now making me feel less about myself. So even though I'm at $25,000 a month, this is not enough. A lot of people are stuck in this cycle. Great philosophers, great thinkers throughout history, 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, warned humans of this. They warned us that do not ever get trapped. Do not become a fucking captive of this cycle. You're then nothing, you're no different than a fucking hamster running on a wheel. Because it's circular. No matter how much you earn, no matter how much you give in, no matter how much effort you pull in or you put in, it's never going to feel like you have enough. The more you do, the more you'll feel you have less. That is the vortex of materialism. Materialism these days, currently, I think in this century, or even I think in the time to come, is the most advertised and marketed property being sold to gain followers and subscribers and money by a group of people. They will not sell you sensibility. They will not sell you common sense. They will not sell you behavior economics. They will not sell you actual human research on happiness, on well-being, on life satisfaction. They will not sell you nuance as well. They will always pose things in binaries. Either you are this or you are... That's not how life works. That's not like how life governs at all. Life is slow. It goes second by second. It takes the pace can give you ample amount of opportunity to cognitively reappraise all these fucking shit that you're feeling. It gives you the opportunity to actually cognitively reappraise. Do you understand what that means? If I'm feeling sad about something, I can really look at the dimensions and frameworks of that thing, and I can rearrange them and feel and realize, basically, by putting them in different contexts, by introducing different perspectives, I can readjust the thing and I can look at something differently. I can upgrade by mere thinking. This is the opportunity that time and life gives you. They're not going to talk about that. They'll push you in binaries, make you feel afraid, deprived, scared, insecure, and then they're going to give you an impossible solution. Reality is often not very glamorous. It's boring. If you can play the game of reality, if you can accept that reality is much different, it's slow, strategy works, it can be hacked, patience is a virtue, rapid problem thinking, fluid intelligence, all of these things that academia teaches, all of these things that, researchers and theories in intelligence have already found from 1960, from 1940s, they've been researching on these things. It's not new. Humans figured out a lot about the human mind and the game of humans interacting with each other. For centuries, we have figured out a lot of data. And even if you were to just take empirical sciences aside, in philosophy, they've been talking about this since fucking centuries, millennia. So what are you saying? What are you on? Autonomy is incredibly important. What is happiness? What is life satisfaction? What are these things? These definitions will change from time to time. Reappraisal, experiential knowledge, which is called crystallized intelligence, by the way. A lot of things will come in your life. A lot of realizations will occur. A lot of things you will see and notice. A lot of things you will learn just by witnessing certain events in your life. A lot of people are going to teach you a lot of things. A lot of people are going to completely change your point of view. These things will happen. Allow them. It's called the fucking journey of life. Do not become so strict and so unidimensional so quickly, so young. Allow yourself the space called I don't know. Because life is largely uncertainty, since we don't inherit a lot of intelligence and knowledge. I wouldn't say intelligence. We don't inherit a lot of compounded knowledge at birth. We sort of restart with inherited intelligence, which is called genetics. But we don't learn. We have to relearn every single thing. So developmental years are full of confusion and also become the most vulnerable years, which are prone to rapid active marketing and advertising tactics. You can be very easily manipulated. So might as well see life like this. I'm going to fucking decide based on sensibility, smartness, and cleverness what a number could be that I should aim for. By chance, I obviously exceed in that because I do this well. I am that qualified. Let's just say I'm that skillful that I can convert things into products that are much more scalable, much higher, that can be scaled much higher. And therefore I can just multiply and multiply my profits. Good for you. Do not lose that leadership. Do not get sucked into that vortex of, oh, I don't have enough, no matter how much I have. The point of financial freedom is to be free from this financial chase. Otherwise, whoever tells you that life is a rat race, this and that is only selling you another race, which also makes you a rat. If you're running after money and every single person around you is also running after millionaire, then that is a fucking rat race too. You're still in a race. When do you really get free? Because a lot of people who become millionaires are then not satisfied with just 1 million. They're like, oh no, I have to be this percent or that percent, and you're trapped in this fucking perceptive nonsense. Like this perception, these circles are created, which are very much external based. What is a 1% concept, which I don't understand? It's a concept that largely has to do with how I look or where I fall in the purview of society. It has nothing to do with what your self-perception is. What do you really think of yourself? If you are 1%, let's just say, if you fall in, would that satisfy you in your own eyes, in your own soul, in your own conscience, to satisfy your own needs of a good person with good character, with honor in their life? Really, a 1% or 10% is completely nonsense. Your place in whatever society thinks of you is completely nonsense. What you think of yourself and what you have earned from your own actions, and what human beings with whom you interact think of yourself, what your family thinks of yourself, how your friends interact with you, what they think of yourself, how right you have done by them, and how right have people done by you because you've collected them very safely and securely and cleverly. All of these things become the foundation of self-image, an image of truly who you are. Self is more important. Self-focus is more important. Going inward is more important. So for all of these things to remain intact, you need to, at this phase of your life, take control. You have to start from now. You have to really, really understand that I will never let go of the leader in me. And the point of financial freedom is not to fucking run after this, keep running after money in the name of financial freedom. Because that is not financial freedom. That is just financial slavery, actually. Because you don't have autonomy anymore. You've completely lost who you are. You're not in touch with anybody in your life, with your family. You don't give a fuck about anything. You're just sort of stuck in a fucking stupid chase or a race. And you've destroyed all relationships. Because you will. I'm going to continue making videos like this. Because I think that a great cultural antidote needs to be, or I would say antithesis. Antithesis needs to at least be introduced to a lot of theses or hypotheses that have been going on or coming forth from the Western world. And I think this antithesis is important. So it leads to a balanced way, or at least leads to a fucking synthesis. Thank you for watching. I'll make hundreds of these videos and from different perspectives, more patiently. And I'll try to introduce as much nuance as possible into these conversations because it's very important. Thank you for watching.